Hello, my dear friends. Today, we're discussing a topic that touches many of us as we transition into our later years, the decision to live apart from our children after retirement. For some, this may seem like a daunting or even a sad prospect, but I want to share a different perspective, one rooted in wisdom, independence, and the beauty of embracing each phase of life. You see, living apart from our children doesn't have to be a sign of separation or loneliness. Rather, it can be an opportunity for growth, both for ourselves and our families. Let's explore why this arrangement, which may seem unconventional to some, can actually be a blessing. Finding independence and freedom. First, let's talk about independence, something that's so vital to maintaining our sense of purpose and dignity as we age. Retirement is a new chapter in our lives, a time when we can finally focus on our own interests, hobbies, and passions. We've spent decades working, raising families, and caring for others. Now, it's time to nurture ourselves. Living separately from our children allows us the freedom to explore our own identity outside of the roles we've carried for so long. This independence isn't about distancing ourselves from our loved ones, it's about rediscovering who we are as individuals. Perhaps we want to take up a new hobby, travel, or simply enjoy the peace and quiet of a home that we can manage on our own terms. By living apart, we create the space to do this without the responsibilities or expectations that might come from living with our children. Nurturing relationships from a distance. It's also important to remember that physical distance does not mean emotional distance. In fact, living apart from our children can often strengthen the bond we share with them. When we choose to maintain our own space, we allow our children to build their own lives, pursue their careers, and raise their families without the pressure of having to constantly manage our needs. This allows for a relationship based on choice, rather than obligation. When we do come together, whether for family visits, holidays, or special occasions, the time we spend is often more meaningful and cherished. There's something special about knowing that when your children come to see you, it's because they want to, not because they have to. This dynamic builds a healthier, more balanced relationship, one where both sides feel valued and respected. Embracing change and letting go. Another aspect to consider is the importance of accepting and embracing change. Life is full of transitions, and retirement is one of the biggest. It's a time when we have to let go of old habits, routines, and sometimes even homes. It's natural to feel apprehensive about these changes, especially when it involves living apart from the family we've grown so close to. However, by accepting and embracing this new phase, we allow ourselves the chance to grow. In many ways, this is a lesson in letting go, something that can be incredibly liberating. We learn to release the need for control over our children's lives and, instead, support them from a distance. It's an opportunity to trust that we've raised them well, and that they, in turn, will continue to support us in ways that don't always require physical closeness. This letting go is an act of love, a gift we give both to ourselves and to our families. Creating a life of meaning and purpose. Living separately doesn't mean living without purpose. In fact, it can provide the perfect opportunity to create a life filled with new meaning. It's a chance to connect with others in our community, to volunteer, to make new friends, and to engage in activities that bring us joy. When we live apart from our children, we open ourselves up to these possibilities, stepping outside of the familiar and embracing a world of new experiences. Think of it as a way to continue learning and growing, even in our later years. We may join clubs, take up classes, or simply spend time in nature, appreciating the beauty of life. This independence allows us to find fulfillment in ways that are deeply personal and enriching. And when we do connect with our children, we bring these new experiences into our conversations, sharing stories and lessons that enrich their lives as well. Maintaining health and well-being. There's also a practical side to this decision. Living independently can often be better for our physical and mental well-being. It encourages us to stay active, to manage our own homes, and to remain engaged in daily life. We learn to navigate our own routines, take care of our health, and seek social connections. All of these activities are essential for staying sharp, physically fit, and emotionally balanced. Additionally, having our own space allows us to create an environment that suits our needs, one where we can practice self-care without compromise. Whether it's maintaining a garden, cooking meals we enjoy, or setting up a space for relaxation, living separately offers the freedom to design a life that supports our overall health and happiness. The joy of staying connected while maintaining space. It's important to remember that living apart doesn't mean disconnecting. We live in an age where technology allows us to remain in touch, regardless of physical distance. Video calls, messages, and visits can help maintain a strong bond with our children and grandchildren. It's about finding that balance, staying connected without feeling like we need to be constantly involved in each other's lives. This balance is a beautiful way to honor both our independence and the deep connection we share with our families. By living separately, we're not isolating ourselves, we're simply finding the healthiest way to maintain that connection, one that respects the space and needs of both generations. So, my friends, living apart from our children after retirement isn't a bad thing. It's an opportunity, a chance to rediscover ourselves, to strengthen our relationships, and to embrace this new chapter of life with grace and dignity. It's about finding independence, purpose, and joy in our own space, while still nurturing the love we share with our families. Let's see it as a time to thrive, not just survive. Thank you for joining me today. If you found value in this discussion, please like this video and subscribe for more conversations on living a meaningful, fulfilling life in your golden years. Until next time, take care, and may your days be filled with peace, joy, and purpose.